I'm Sue. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Spring Soul and our online yoga. Today I have a sequence for you that is specifically designed for sitting in a chair. So whatever brings you to your chair, maybe you are working all day and you're in a seated posture and you just need to back up, take a few minutes to yourself to stretch. Or maybe chair yoga is where you want to start on your journey through your yoga practice. It is a wonderful place to be, to feel supported and still get to experience the movement, the breath, with a little bit of help here. So I invite you to grab your chair. Make sure it's nice and stable, probably not a wheelie chair. That would be a little much. And make sure you have space around you. So if you are seated at your desk, go ahead and push yourself back. And we'll go ahead and find an active seat here. So instead of laying back and kind of slouching in our chair, which I do all the time, what is it like to bring yourself up using your intrinsic core? You're seated nice and tall, and shift around. Let your feet maybe find the floor, or maybe if your feet don't touch the floor, you can put them on blocks or books. And check in with your feet. Move your feet around. You can have shoes on or off. Wiggle the toes. Rock from the heels to the ball mounts. And then let your feet find whatever surface they're resting on. And whether your feet are in your socks or your shoes or your slippers or your barefoot, just notice what the texture is like that the soles of your feet are touching down on. Bring your focus up through your legs, come into your seat. Notice your sitting bones on the chair or couch or wherever you may be seated. And then draw everything up through the center. Feel yourself nice and tall here. And then if you'd like, you can close your eyes. And closing your eyes is a nice way to kind of zoom in and bring everything inward. And now you've taken away the visuals of what's around you, and maybe your other senses are starting to light up a little bit. Perhaps you notice any sounds coming in through your ears. Perhaps there is light coming in through your closed eyelids today. Notice if you are breathing in and out of both nostrils or just one. What is the temperature like as you breathe in? What is it like as you send it out? Bring your focus to the space in your mouth. Let your tongue relax. Let your bottom jaw relax. And then notice the air on your face or your hands, your arms, your feet. And now I invite you to use all these senses to start taking some full body breaths. So slow breath in, long breath out. 2 more. Inhale, filling up the belly, the lungs. Exhale, releasing all the air out. 1 more, yogis. Full breath in. Really long, controlled exhale. Let it go out the mouth. Wonderful. Peek open your eyes. Take a few blinks. Perfect. So we are going to start up top, and we'll work our way down through just kind of finding a little space, a little stretch. I got a little kitty down here today. It's Cheese visiting. But still seated tall if you're comfortable in that position. And if you need to lean back and be tall and supported, you can do that too. And just check in with your head and your neck. So maybe you want to look up and down today. Stretch through the back of the neck. Stretch through the front of the neck. And bring yourself to center, and then just turn side to side. So stretching through the muscles on the side of the neck. Maybe one more on each side. Perfect. And then if it feels good, perhaps you want to dip your right ear to your right shoulder. Roll it through left ear to left shoulder. Perfect. So we'll go ahead and check out the shoulders. Take a few spins here, roll them through, a couple spins one direction, and then a couple the other way. And then we'll find a little length through the arms. So let's send the arms wide, open them up. Maybe you flip the palms up and down. And let's find a stretch through the spine. So a little lateral movement. So I'm going to put my right hand down and reach my left arm up. And the nice thing about the chair is you can hold on here. Check in which direction your head and your neck wants to look. And then flow through the middle. Take a breath in. Exhale, side two. Perfect. Let's inhale nice and tall through center. Take a breath in, reach the fingertips up, squeeze the shoulders up. And then as you exhale, let them drop. Notice what it's like to have space here to soften. Fingertips are nice and soft, breathing in. Perfect. Exhale, turn the palms towards me. We'll bend the elbows, open up into a cactus or goddess arms. And now you're opening up across the chest. Breathing in. Exhale, release the arms down. Wonderful. So I'm going to slide forward a little bit so I have a little more space here as we start to come a little more into the spine and the trunk of the body. And maybe you just start by rounding the spine back. And then on your inhale, sail it forward. Maybe you gaze up if it feels good on the neck. Exhale, round, draw the navel in. And then inhale, send the heart through. Exhale, back to center. Perfect. Let's make sure we get a nice spinal twist in here. So really easy. I'm just going to bring my right hand down to the side. I'm going to bring my left hand to my outside of my right knee. Take a breath in first. Before you twist, grow tall, fill up, really feel yourself expand with air. And then on the exhale, you can press your left hand in, twist to your right. And now you find your breath. Maybe you're sighing out the mouth like you really need to exhale today. And then bring yourself back to center. Stay here for a moment. Let everything realign. It's nice to come back to neutral sometimes. Left hand goes down to the side of the chair. My right palm is down on the outside of my left knee. Breathing in, filling up. Exhale, twisting to the left. 2 rounds of breath. Perfect, yogis. Go ahead and bring yourself back to center. Wonderful. So we've kind of opened up through the top of the body here. Let's send some love to the legs and the hips, because this is a lot on the hip flexors to be sitting like this. It'd be like walking around with a bicep curl all day. So I'm going to sit forward, encouraging you to do the same. And I'm going to go ahead and hold on to my right leg. Pick the leg up, flex the foot, and then I'm going to start to circle through the hip joint here. And as I do that, I really have to draw my navel into my spine, lighting up the intrinsic core, because if you're lazy about it, then you kind of lose all of your alignment. I got 2 cats milling around over here. All right, so checking in with this leg that's bent, I'm going to hold on to my right foot, cross it over in a seated figure 4. Now, if this is uncomfortable, you can always have the leg long here, and you can also bring this leg down if that feels better. As we're seated here, send some love to your ankle. So roll it around a few times. Forwards and backwards. And we've kind of sent a little love to the outside of that hip. So right knee bent, take a breath in. Let's twist again to the right. Exhale, take a twist. So maybe now you feel a stretch in the outer right hip. Come back to center. Pick the leg up. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let go. You can hold on if you want to. Send the leg out front. Hopefully the bottoms of my feet are clean. If they're not, it's okay. It is what it is. Let's do a little strengthening here. You're gonna bend the right knee, foot goes down, and then lift the leg up. So a couple times up and down. Perfect. And then bring the foot down. So already kind of feeling a little bit of work through the leg there. Let's bring the focus to the other side. So I'm gonna hold on to my left leg, draw my navel in, and take a few spins, circling around through the hip joint. And helping it along, holding on to the foot, bringing the leg up to that seated figure four. So you have this external hip rotation. You're just kind of letting gravity do the work here. We're not pressing down. We're just kind of letting everything find a little ease on its own. Roll through the left ankle a few times. Perfect. And then come back through center. And then you can decide if you want to hold on or not. Extend, flex through the foot, send the leg long, and then you're bending the knee. The foot barely grazes the ground. Still seated nice and tall as we do a little strengthening, especially through the quadriceps. Oh, and we forgot our twist. Let's go back and do that. Crossing the leg back over. It's hard to remember all these things. Breathe in on the exhale. Take the twist to the left, stretching through the outer left hip. No judgment, no judgment. It's all good. Right, guys? All right, now we come back through center. Pick the leg up and go ahead and put it down. So let's explore some of our standing yoga postures that we do in our practice, but we can do them in the chair. So again, remembering that I'm not mirroring you on this, you're gonna go ahead and really sit forward a little bit here. And then you're gonna start to open up. So sending the toes out, and we're gonna send the right knee out, right toes out, and then you're gonna start to slide the left leg long here. So kind of setting yourself up for a version of Warrior Two, and I'll just slide back a little bit here. And letting it work for you. You know, you can have a more narrow triangle shape through your legs, or perhaps you wanna open up, and you can even sit forward on the chair, almost like you're tilting off a little bit. So scooch around and find what feels good. Everyone's body is different, especially if you've been in a chair all day. And then maybe hands are at heart center. Maybe you reach the fingertips out. And then what is it like to just inhale, reach the arms up, grow tall. And exhale, press it away. Let's just do one more. So inhale, finding length. Maybe you look up. Exhale, press it away. Perfect. Right forearm comes down, and we're gonna lean into this, and left hand on hip as we find extended side angle. And here it's easy to collapse. So I encourage you to open the chest, roll the left shoulder back. Maybe you gaze up and send the head back. You can even lift this arm up if you're looking for a stretch across the front of the body, kind of feeling it in the pecs and through the front of the arm. And then exhale, bring it down. Spine is nice and tall, draw the legs back in. And again, that idea of coming to neutral again. So let's sit with the legs out front. Maybe we sit tall here. Let's take an inhale, find a lift. On the exhale, take a fold forward. So allow yourself to fold down over your legs. You can let your head drop here. Give yourself 2 rounds of breath. And then bringing yourself up, you can walk your hands up your body, rolling up through the front. So finding that forward fold, just like we do in a standing posture, you can do it in your chair. Coming into that second side, so for me, I'm gonna have my left leg be the lead leg as I slide forward. Sorry, Penny, I see you down here, hopefully. Cats always like yoga. They're always coming around when the yoga practice is on. So sitting forward as much as you like, creating the shape in your legs that feels good to you, where you feel supported. Deep stretches are good to get curious about. Twingy pain is not, so that's a sign that your body says pull it back a little bit. I'm pressing down through my right foot. My left hip is open, left knee is bent. Maybe hands are at heart center if this feels good, or you extend the fingertips out, gaze over the left fingertips, soften the shoulders. 2 of those dynamic flows. Inhale, grow tall, take the breath in and up. Exhale, press it away. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, press, find your warrior 2. Beautiful, breathing in. On the exhale, right hand comes to the hip, lower the left forearm down. Automatically, my body wants to open up, which is awesome. It feels good. Sometimes we're so collapsed, especially at our desks if we're typing or we're driving, any of those positions that you can be in. Even talking on your cell phone or texting or messaging, you're kind of hunched down. So bringing the left forearm down, hand on hip, and then roll the right shoulder back. Find that opening. Maybe you dip the head back here. And then you can decide if you want top hand on the hip or you want to reach up and extend out through the fingertips. Softening the abdomen, finding your breath. Perfect, top hand comes down. Go ahead and press yourself up and realign, walk your feet in, wiggle walk them in. Wonderful. So let's take another fold here. Send some love to the low back. Inhale, float the arms up. As you exhale, start to fold forward, melt down. You can allow your chest and your belly to touch down on the tops of your legs. Really feel that compression, that feeling of bringing yourself together. Kind of go into that cozy space. You can even bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers. And then we'll roll up through the spine, press the feet into the floor. Wonderful. Checking in with the upper body again and knowing that we just want to kind of find a little more space, a little more stretch here. Let's send the arms out to the side, breathe in. On the exhale, come in for a bear hug. Let's do right arm on top. Start here. You can claw your fingertips around, or you can bend the elbows, draw the arm. The forearms are vertical in front of you, and you can come into this version of eagle arms. I'll just turn to the side so you can see. You can stay forward. You can kind of wrap your hands around, draw your elbows away here. Find the version that feels good for you. If you're in eagle arms, really draw your elbows away and lock your gaze into something. Slowly unwind, release, shake it out. And then second side, inhale, breathe in, expand across the chest, the fingertips, the forearms. Exhale, bring it in, left arm on top. Bear hug to start maybe as you reach around the back of your body. Or maybe you find your eagle arms by bending the elbows and either drawing the backs of the arms together or wrapping the hands around and then draw the elbows away. So I feel a difference in my back body when I do this. It's easy here as we focus to clench our jaw and really tighten the muscles in our face. So can you just check in and relax your face? And then unwind and release. Beautiful, yogis. Last stretches here. Let's just check in. Maybe you sit back and you bring yourself into a tight ball. So we do this a lot in our practice. You can do one leg at a time if you like. If it's not comfortable, no need to do it. So you can tuck yourself in tight here. Bring your head down. Another option would be to come back to that fold if that feels more available. So if ball pose doesn't feel right, drawing your legs up is not comfortable, go ahead and just fold forward and just let your upper body drape and let your arms and your head relax. And lifting the head, slowly coming out from whatever posture you're in. And closing out our practice together. So maybe just taking a few breaths together, a few nice calming breaths to reunite. So hands can be resting in your lap, on your side, wherever you are. Take a full breath in. Open mouth, send it out. Inhale all the way, take it to the top. Exhale, let all the air leave your body. Feel it leave as it departs. One more deep breath in. This time we'll hold it at the top. Bring the hands to heart center. Big open mouth exhale. Maybe a smile. Thank you for joining me for this chair yoga practice. I hope you found a little relief, a little stretch, a little breath, whatever you needed today. May you have a wonderful day today. Namaste.